Okay guys, quick update for Bitcoin. So I'm going to give you key support resistance levels right off the bat. I'm going to tell you I think 24,000 around that area is a potential top. That'd be an ideal point to put in short. I think we have some upside for the indices, which upside for Bitcoin. If we do get above 24K and hold support, I'm going to show you where I'm going in on a heavy short. This does play into the Dow Jones, so I'm going to give you that possible upside target, but I do think it's more likely we'll top out at 24K. And 22,857 is very strong support. So I'm going to cover all of this, guys. If you did watch the previous video, at the end of that video, I gave you key support resistance levels. I'll do the same in this video as well. The Q1 chart said if we pushed up, resistance was 23,334. We hit that target literally to the dollar. We dropped about 2%. Notice we found support right here. In that same video, I was talking about the G1 chart. This was resistance. Remember, if you get above resistance, resistance will hold as support. Notice we came down and found support almost to the, that's literally to the dollar. And then we pushed up. So again, you have your key support resistance levels to long and short. This G1 chart, this line here is the same line. This line right here. So again, that's what I'm saying. That is a key resistance level. I'm going in a short at 24,062. But I want to show you how to use the Dow Jones to predict potentially upside targets and which way we're going to go. So this right here is my Dow Jones original chart. If we do push up, I think the highest we'll go is 32,455. All right. We have a gap right here. You see this gap? I call this a gap and crap. We'll push up, fill the gap, and then potentially drop. Now, you can see that we've been respecting these fib channel lines. Yesterday we got a rejection. We came down to 31,553, and we pushed back up. All right, so I think we could have some upside. Notice that we got rejected right here, and then we came back down. It's hard to know, you can swing trade the fib channel lines, but you never know if it's going to be a reversal point. Well, that is where these rings come in. This orange ring right here, I think, is a potential top. We could push above it before. That happened here. We pushed above this ring. We got topped out here and have a major drop. So I think the highest the Dow will go will be 32,434. And you say, why is that? Well, let me show you this orange fib circle. This is where I predicted the crash. Well, I predicted a drop before COVID happened. I didn't know it'd be a crash, but you see how this nailed the top. I mean, to the dollar, and we dropped. If you notice right up here, this orange fib circle actually predicted the top for the Dow Jones. That was the absolute top to the dollar. And if you'll notice, that orange ring I just showed you in another chart, that is this ring right here. And just like I showed you in previous videos, using the ring on the DXY chart as a potential reversal point, same thing. This is a potential top for the Dow to come down. So if we go back to this chart, that's why I'm saying this orange ring is a potential top. We might push above it a bit to this resistance level, this fib channel line. So 32,439. If we get to that point, I think the top for Bitcoin would be around, again, that would be 24,000. If we get above 24,000 and hold support, well, we know the next point you want to short. If we push straight up, I find that very unlikely, but the highest Bitcoin would go is 27,212. If it's further out here to the right, it'd be like 26,623. And we know this line is very significant because this is the same line I told you guys to short at 48,391, 46,460, 42,963, and the last short we did on this line was 40,187. So again, if we push up, all right, that's the highest I see us going. That's where I'm going in a heavy short. How do we know? Well, let's go to this Dow Jones chart. If we get above and hold support above 32,439, the highest I see the Dow going, and this would make that target of 26,600. That would put that in play, and that is because this would be a top for the Dow. That would be bullish, but this would be the top. And you say, why is that? Well, let me take this white fib circle and paste it into this chart. So not only respecting the orange rings on this fib circle, respecting the white rings as well. And you'll notice right here, notice this white ring on this fib circle has been resistance, 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 and then we came down and found support and pushed up. So if we get above this orange ring, all right, I think it's more likely we get topped out here and drop. But if we do, then we know a potential top is up here around 33,850. At that point, follow along, guys. I'm saying if we get above 32,289, which would be around 24K for Bitcoin, if we get to 33,850, that is where we would get rejected, and that would send us to that target of around 26,600, where I'm going in a heavy short. If we do break 22,857, the next key support level below is 20,223. If that breaks, then if you watch that previous video, guys, I'll have a link in the description, but that means we could be down around 16,500 pretty soon. But I just want to make sure you have the upside and downside targets. 24K, first point I'm shorting. If we get above that and hold support, 26,600 around that area. Depends when you make contact with that line. The DXY, guys, so currently you can see the DXY is coming down. That's why I think we have some upside for the indices, upside for Bitcoin. Your next key support on the DXY is 106.15. I would like to point out, guys, this is your next major resistance level above around 108. If I take this fib channel line here and copy and paste it into the DXY chart, and remember, this is, if you've been watching my previous videos, this ring is how I predicted the DXY would come down, which means Bitcoin would pump. I said we would find support. That's when Bitcoin would top out around 24K. So your next resistance above is right here at 108. So if the DXY pushes up, the indices come down, Bitcoin comes down. This would be a likely point. So like I said, if the DXY is pushing up to this point, Bitcoin's going to come down. But when we hit this point, this might be a point too long Bitcoin. So again, use the indices, use the DXY. But I do think it's very possible, again, it's very possible the Dow Jones, this is what, Friday, this is the last trading day, so we'll push up to this point, people get bullish, but we know this orange ring is a reversal point to potentially send the Dow down. And do you know, if we do, so come Monday, if we continue higher, this would be the point the Dow would get rejected, and that means Bitcoin would hit around 26,623, where I'm going to heavy short. All right, guys, sorry this ran kind of long. If you do want to get into leverage trading, guys, I use Bitget. I love their platform. Get 125 times leverage. My affiliate link's pinned down in the first comment description. Before you do leverage trading, guys, I suggest you practice, know what the hell you're doing. I do have a tutorial I made. It's simulated trades, so you can practice. They give you $3,000 worth of SUSDT, so you can practice doing longing and shorting, setting a stop loss, get comfortable so you know what you're doing before you actually trade with real money. I put a link up to the video now if you want to check it out. And guys, if you do want to sign up, you can get access to the Bitcoin charts, altcoin charts, Discord, Twitter, $49 a month. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.